overall, this was one of the best rushing defense performances since week 3 of last year. I know you weren't here for last season, but what do you think kind of helped make that difference? What was working yesterday that had not been in week 1?
I think just the attention to detail, everybody just trying to be on the same page, and everybody just flying around trying to tackle, make the play, and set edges and all that just came into play, and we did a good job in the second half, like you said. So
And then we also saw Lathan get more snaps yesterday. What was it like having him out there on the field, and what can he bring?
it was great. Just seeing him be able to go out there and seeing the work he puts in at practice. And then going out there and making the most of his opportunities. So it was definitely exciting to see him out there and do his thing.
Scott Fowler.
Yes, sorry, it took me a sec. I wonder just what you would characterize the mood of the team as right now.
Say that one more time. I didn't hear that.
Sorry. I wonder, can you just characterize the mood of the team right now?
Just next week, just put our head down, keep working, learn from our mistakes, and just have that hunger and that fire to keep pushing and get to next week and get a win. So that's what we're focused on right now.
Thanks.
Alex Sitlow.
Hey Trayvon, could you describe the emotional roller coaster of the last part of the game, particularly once y'all got the onside kick?
Yeah, it was definitely crazy. Being in the NFL, I've seen some crazy games, and the games are never over until literally the last play. So anything can happen. It was definitely exciting because the special teams gave us a chance to win the game at the end. But yeah, it's definitely crazy. It felt good. But yeah.
How do you think the defense responded, particularly after the last scoring drive that the Cardinals had? Like, essentially, they didn't score after their first drive of the second
Yeah.
half. How would you describe the defense's performance there?
Yeah, I think it just goes back to, everybody just want to be on the same page and everybody doing it for each other, everybody having each other's back. And then just going out there and playing our brand of football that we know, that we see in practice, that we go out there and do with our guys every day. So that was kind of the mentality going into the rest of the half.
And then I wanted to ask specifically about covering the tight ends that the Cardinals had. They obviously Trey McBride is one of the best tight ends in the league, but um, uh, through the first part of the game, they seemed to be really involved, and then they stopped being involved later in the second half. Was that like a schematic thing that y'all implemented? What exactly happened there, do you think?
No, I think it really is it's NFL. It's anybody can make a play any which situation, and that's just how things happen in the first half. With the tight ends, and then we were able to capitalize on some of the things on the back end of the game, and kind of play our style and not let that happen as we did the first half.
David Newton.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up on that because it's been 2 straight weeks that the tight ends have really done damage to the defense. I'm curious, is there one thing consistent with what's happening there? And if so, what is that?
No, I would just say just cover him and prevent the ball from getting there and him catching the ball. That's really the main goal. There's nothing really too much special to do about it.
But is there the middle of the field seems to be open? I mean, there's something that seems to be consistently happening there. I know y'all got to be discussing that. So what's y'all trying to do to fix that? I guess.
Just go to work every day. Just get better at covering. For everybody, just going to work and getting better, and going back and looking at the film and recreating the play and just doing it over and over again.
And what do you? I mean, what the slow starts for the defense has been kind of like the offense slow starts. What's got to change there?
Man, I would just say everybody being on the same page at the very beginning of the game. Just going out there, making sure our communication is right, making sure all the fits are right, technique is right. You know, there's, like I said, there's really no magic sauce. It's just everybody just being on the same page and making sure it's right from the start of the game. So,
Thanks a lot.
yeah.
Anyone else? All right. Thank you, Trayvon.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.